The SpitFire Ion has been around for quite a while, well, a couple of years anyway. Pretty exciting product, great value by the way, available here on SIRENNET. Now it's in the capable hands of Chris and a screwdriver. Let's see what happens.
Thank you, Stuart. Whelen's SpitFire Ion interior dashlight is quite the small, compact, bright, trick little unit. I'm going to give you a quick inside look to what happens when these screws are removed and the light head is slid out of its shroud here. Good old trusty Phillips head. So, with those removed, the Ion is free from its shroud. If this looks a bit familiar, well, it's because you've probably seen it. It is the conventional Whelen Ion. It's the same version that you can mount on your grille, your bumper, your hood. But what's trick with this unit is it's been wired into the wire-routed 12-volt plug, which contains an on and off switch, as well as a momentary for changing the patterns. You can see that the unit itself is crimped as far as the wiring goes. So ground to ground on the connection here, blue goes to your lead, and the white with violet tracing is Whelen's famous scan lock, which allows for the momentary button to be pushed here for changing the flash pattern to your desired flash pattern need. You may notice a gray wire that's been capped off. The gray wire is the sync function. So it's true, the Whelen SpitFire Ions do have an incorporated sync wire. Reason it's not run through the shroud here is with interior dash lights with 12-volt plug-ins, the units themselves are really designed to be affixed with suction cups, a headliner bracket, basically used in a simple fashion in a detective vehicle or an undercover in your POV. Basically plug this into your cigarette outlet, turn it on, change patterns, suction cup it on the window, really simple for use. If you're going to go the next step, mount several of these in your vehicle, you can snip off the 12-volt cord, use the wiring harness here, tie it into your controller, switch panel, what have you. You could then take the sync wire here, snip off the cap, extend the wire with another crimp, put an expansion here, basically enlarge the hole where the wiring comes through, run the sync wire through, and then you can then take sync wires from another unit, another, so on, wherever you have them placed in your vehicle, and synchronize flash patterns between units in the front and units in the back. That way your flashing will be simultaneous or alternating in a synchronized fashion. So everything will stay uniform in the vehicle, no matter when the lights are on, when the lights are off, no matter how long they're on, everything will just stay synced and uniform for you. So it can be a really nice trick function to use in department vehicles. Reassembling the unit is simple enough. We'll slide this back in, reaffix the screws. Another little trick with this is, say if you have a unit, I'll turn this one on and show you in a minute here, that's a split color configuration. If you wanted to flip-flop the colors, say you have red on this side, blue on this side, you wanted the reverse, well, putting it on the vehicle upside down isn't too practical. But you can remove the screws, take the light head, flip-flop it, and now your colors are placed proper for you. So we'll slide this back into the shroud. Take a quick look on the back here to make sure that the holes from the rear of the Ion mount go through the shroud for the screws to reaffix into. They're a little small, so it's always a bit fun trying to put the screws back in. And same with the other side here. So simple enough. The ions tucked back in and reaffixed into its shroud with its set screws. Difference with this one here is I do not have the suction bail bracket affixed to it, where in this case it has been affixed onto it. I'll go ahead, turn this unit on here. Happens to be a solid blue. Change a pattern or two quick for you here. So in relation to this and the sync wire, if you have a unit, say, on your driver's side headliner and your passenger side headliner, and you wanted your patterns to be simultaneous or alternating, take the sync wires, connect them between the units as appropriate, set the flash patterns in a phase 1 or a phase 2, according to Whelen's instructions for pattern selection, and there you have it. You'll have interior SpitFire ions synchronized. Turn this unit on as well. This happens to be the split, like I mentioned earlier. So again, with this, remove the rear screws, slide the light head out, flip-flop it over, reconnect the screws in the back to hold it into the shroud, and your colors are how you want them to be. So you could do it on a red-white, a blue-white, the red-blue, anything that you can imagine as far as colors. You can probably take it apart, flip-flop it over. There you have it, a bit of an inside look into the Whelen SpitFire Ion interior dash light that has a secret hidden sync feature. Thanks for joining me. Back to you, Stuart.
Well, thanks, Chris. Never seen an ion come apart like that. As always, many thanks for watching SIRENNET Television. Thanks, Chris.